The amount of pressure men nowadays have on them to look good and look a certain way and achieve unbelievably high standards of physique and goals that are extremely unattainable and unsustainable and impossible to stay consistent with. This is the modern view everywhere you go. Go to Instagram, go to Twitter, look at all the modern celebrities. Body dysmorphia and unrealistic, unideal, inconsistent, impossible goals are now the standard. When you look at Zac Efron, before his transformation, he looked absolutely fucking beautiful. As a man, he was one of the best looking men on earth. He had the defined face, he had the status, he had all the women he needed, he had all the money. But he was still pressured by Hollywood and the toxic, cancerous culture of social media to change his face, where he now looks like he ate a fucking shovel. He looks worse. His face is sucked in, he looks malnourished, but at the same time he looks like he's been a speed-eating champion. Imagine, out of all men on earth, Zac Efron, one of the greatest looking men, had to go through that. Now what does that say about the average man? What does the average man have to go through? Can't be too short, can't be too tall, can't be too fat, can't be too skinny. Gotta have the right amount of muscle, the right size. People who judge you by your exact physique and your exact symmetry and all this bullshit are vain and materialistic. You need to understand that your people's goals and ideals have made expectations that you have made your expectations way too unrealistic. You don't need to have a six-pack all year round. You don't need to be extremely buff and big all year round. You need to be happy with your own physique. Remember, you need to love yourself. That's it. At the very least, you need to understand and respect that your body has its own limitations naturally. 99.9% of people will all be built throughout the same program. Only the top 0.01%, and these are Mr. Olympia freaks, can take steroids and have a difference. Most naturals who take steroids still look like naturals. And that's true. A lot of natural bodybuilders who will take steroids will look the same. I understand these men don't look perfectly natural, but they are not steroid freaks. They still look the same as a modified natural. They're just a slightly enhanced natural from the look. There's no point to steroids when you will only get a slight increase like this. Most steroid users suffer the major setbacks and the slight benefits. There are cases of people who have taken steroids and PEDs and testosterone boosters, and they've been natural their whole lives, and they still look natural. Can you imagine taking steroids and giving yourself gyno, fucking up your balls, your testosterone, jacking up all your bullshit, going bald, increasing heart problems, and you still look the same? It is disheartening. Men, and also women, right? I'm not gonna lie here, also women have unbelievably high expectations to look a certain way. No wonder everybody is depressed and everybody hates their bodies, and you have all these people who commit self-harm. It is because we are engineered and we are put through this factory by society to look a certain way and be modeled. There's no shame in being fat. There is only shame in staying fat. There's no shame in being skinny. There's only shame in staying skinny. There is no shame in being weak. You're only shamed if you stay weak. I don't blame you if you've been fat your whole life. I was fat for up until the 9th grade. And then afterwards I developed an eating condition. We all have our struggles and tribulations in life. What matters is we get through them. And I don't blame you if you're skinny and you've been bullied for being skinny. Your diet is out of your control. A lot of parents nowadays, at least with the newer generations, they don't cook for their kids. They don't cook properly for their kids. They eat takeout. Or their kids just buy online. Or you've been ordering online all your life, takeout and delivery. Why do you think we have 17 different apps for delivery? We pay for the convenience, and the convenience makes us lazy, and the laziness makes us fat, and we get depressed, and we get anxiety, we worry about our health. When you worry about your health, your mind gets anxious. When you get anxious, you start to eat more. When you binge eat, you worry about your health, and you repeat the cycle. It is cancerous and tumorous, it feeds itself, it's parasitic. And to all my fellow men out there who have just started working out, or are doing the basics of working out, even though I might have talked some bullshit to my friends and said how have they made no progress. I am truly admired, and I respect every single one of my friends for making the effort. They've all gone. Some of them have lost weight, some of them have gained muscle, and I respect the effort, and I'm grateful that I'm friends with people like this. This is genuine, and I truly admire, and I mean it, I genuinely admire your attempt, at the very least your attempt. Maybe you not succeed, maybe you'll fail 1,000 times, but I admire your attempts to attempt a body transformation. I'm talking about a healthy, clean transition, and I will make a video on workouts, and I will make a video on nutrition and hydration and recovery and stretching and all this shit. I will make a very detailed hour-long video, and it'll explain everything, and I'll have background footage and examples. I will explain everything. I'll back it all up, because I am disgusted by the absolutely revolting modern standard that is set by social media and celebrities who have these NDA disclosures, and they take all these fucking supplements. And you just realize how Chris Hemsworth and the actor who plays Wolverine and The Rock, all these people, I ate 8,000 calories to bulk. Chris Bumstead, the Mr. Olympia, bulks on 5,000 plus calories. Mr. Olympia bulks on 5,000. Who are you, who's a fucking actor in a movie, bulking on 8,000, 6,000, eating broccoli and rice and chicken? You are malnourished. Stop fucking lying. I know you have an NDA disclosure, you not talk about your stories. Stop fucking promoting it then. Just don't say anything. Chicken, rice, broccoli, chicken, rice, broccoli. I'll put up 1,000 clips right here.
Like I was committed to getting as big as possible. And that just meant going back to doing what I used to do when I was really young, lifting as heavy as possible and eating 10 to 12 meals a day. And you know, I drink 2 or 3 mass gainer shakes a day, and my calorie intake was pretty damn high. And my gas was horrible.
Well, basically train for 3 hours a day and eat
a lot of protein.
A lot of food, and I actually got the diet from Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, who's a mate of mine. And every day what I do is I eat for 8 hours and I fast for 16. And so from about 10 in the morning till 6, for this I eat way too much, and then nothing after that.
For about 3 months, we trained in Boston, and it was a couple hours a day, and it was brutal. The tricky part was eating.
You have to eat lots?
Just eating everything all the time.
Oh, that sounds awful.
See, you'd think it sounds nice, but it's not just like cheeseburgers. I mean, you have to eat like these just bland, naked pieces of chicken and rice, and it's not that appetizing.
Right.
And you're just so full. It's a pretty uncomfortable feeling.
Well, it paid off. You looked amazing.
Did you hear the absolute bullshit that was? 3 hours a day of hard weight workouts? Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop lying to everyone. Chicken, rice, broccoli. Stop fucking lying to the poor men and the young men who have to experience this shit and have all these disgusting standards put on them. It only takes 3 weeks to get a physique like this. No, it doesn't. It takes years and years of hard, consistent work that is satisfying and gratifying and makes you a man. It boosts your testosterone, it makes you happier, it improves your relationship with your wife, with your kids, with the community. Working out is one of the single greatest things that you can do for yourself. And I might have just made fun of my friends when I decided they have made no improvements, and I regret that because I know they have made improvements and I'm proud of them. They have taken some of my advice and I've taken some of theirs, and it makes a brotherhood. It is a brotherhood. And it's simply appalling when I see all these young men who, especially black pillars, and black pillars are people who are defeatists. They've given up. They claim that you can't change if you have fast twitch or slow twitch, or if you're short or tall, whatever. They have given up, and it's sad to see people who have given up with this. They have acquired a defeatist mindset from the absolutely toxic communities on the internet. Have you seen how Reddit operates? Have you seen how Twitter operates? When you delete these platforms, your mind clears up to an unbelievable extent. It's like you put a hole in your head and your fucking brain's breathing and beating like your heart. I don't want to see any more young men, and I don't want to see just any men in general. It doesn't matter if they're young or they're old. I don't want them to be discouraged to work out and to play sports and to do yoga and to stretch and to meditate. Any of these actions that help them mentally and physically, spiritually, whatever. I don't want to see them struggle with this shit because they see Chris Bumstead, not Chris Bumstead, my bad. They see fucking Chris Hemsworth, and they'll see all these actors. They'll see The Rock. They'll see how big and jacked they fucking are, and they don't talk about their steroid use. You know who's a good role model? Jeff Nippard, however you say it. He is a natural bodybuilder who has done hours of research and condensed it into 10, 20, 30-minute long videos, and it is the most high quality video on fucking earth. But then most people will never see that because it's a niche. Self-improvement is a niche, self-healing is a niche, and then bodybuilding is a niche, and then you have meditation is a niche, and you have journaling is a niche, and you have all these different niches that combine, and this like the community is very thin. It's a very thin rope, and we all walk this tightrope as we try to move forward towards brotherhood and improvement. But it is a struggle, because whenever you tell your friend, I want you to come with me to the gym or do this with me, trying to improve these friends who have had these bad habits ingrained in their heads for years on end, it doesn't work that simply. Some of them will make fun of you, some of them will talk behind your back, some of them will bother for a couple of days and they'll quit, some of them will make excuses. You'll rarely find someone who is motivated by you to work out. It is hard. So I say finally, to all these young men, and just men in general, and even women who have unrealistic expectations in their life, and I say this truly and proudly, do not be ashamed of the body you have. You can always make a change. You can be an 8-year-old man making a change. You can always step up to make a change. And I am proud and I am happy that you are all my brothers and sisters who have made or attempt to make the change. The very attempt, the very act of trying. I'm grateful for that and I'm proud of that, because I live in a world of people who want to change, who want to improve themselves. There's a quote I really like. I read it in The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. He says, you can fail 1,000 times. You can fail 1,000 fucking times, but you only need to succeed once. And this is applied throughout every single concept in our life. In Atomic Habits by James Clear, he talks about the idea of multiple habits that are improving you 1% every day, compounding throughout the entire year, 37.78 times better throughout 5 habits. And the truth of it is that he talks about making and breaking habits, and it is such an amazing experience when you build a habit of exercise, when you build a habit of being mindful and present, when you build a habit of being grateful. All these different things, they coalesce. We want to be the man who has all the bright and beautiful qualities and all the passings of life. We want to be the men who can change the world, and we want to be the men who have an impact. Now here's a little mini comfort challenge, I guess. Just stand up and perform basic stretching, basic bodyweight exercises, and just get your body in some movement. And within the next week, I want you to walk a mile or a kilometer, whatever you want to do, walk a kilometer every day for the next week to get your body prepped for the future workout that I'm hoping you're going to do. And I'm going to release, as I said, a 1-hour video on workouts and a 20-minute plus video on nutrition, and then another video on stretching and all the other accessories that come with it. And I hope that after the week of preparation that you do, you're able to take the video that I make on exercise and absorb it, and I truly hope so. Take care and watch out for yourselves.